Welcome back to another episode of Dice City Picks. I'm your host, Tony Parlay. Looks like we got the even split yesterday as the Bucks took care of the Raiders, but the Chiefs were not able to go ahead and cover against the Chargers, going 1-1 on that NFL Sunday. Let's break down our Monday Night Football game between the Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. Now, both these teams are having disappointing seasons considering they came into the season with playoff hopes on their mind, and both are currently out of the playoff picture. The Bengals are 4-8 this season, losers of 3 in a row with that tough loss to the Steelers last week, 44-38. The Cowboys are 5-7 and have actually won 2 in a row, coming off that win on Thanksgiving over the Giants, 27-20. Now, it feels like both these teams are headed in different directions, which was pretty interesting considering the personnel that they have. We know about the Bengals. Joe Burrow's putting up MVP numbers. Jamar Chase has been the best receiver in football this year, leading the league in receiving yards and touchdowns. But we know with that Bengals team, their defense has been what's held them back. They've lost 4 games this season when they scored 30 or more points, which has been an NFL record. Those miscues by the special teams and the defense has really held that Bengals team back. And on the other side of the ball, once Dak Prescott got injured and Cooper Rush took over, the Cowboys were struggling on offense, and it really wasn't until Micah Parsons returned a couple of weeks ago that they've been able to go ahead and be competitive in games. The return of Parsons has definitely helped that defense keep them in games and make sure that they're still competitive. Cooper Rush isn't a very explosive passer, but he is smart enough and methodical enough to go ahead and move the ball down the field, distribute the ball to his weapons. He's got Rico Dowdle in the backfield, CeeDee Lamb, Luke Schoonmaker, Brandon Cooks returned last game. So he's got enough weapons there to go ahead and keep it close. And that defense has done their part in keeping it close. I believe Micah Parsons has been able to go ahead and get sacks in all of the games that he's returned from injury. So we go ahead and break this game down. Looks like odds makers are going to go ahead and favor the Bengals 5.5 points, set a high total there of 49.5 points, indicating they think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game, which I could totally understand. The Bengals defense has been very, very sorry this season, so I could see the Cowboys having ease scoring points, and Burrow and that Bengals offense has been able to score against everyone. But 5.5 points does feel like a lot of points for the road team. I'm actually going to stick with this side, but I'm going to take the Cowboys at home. Cowboys plus 5.5 points. I feel like that's a lot of points to give. This feels like a field goal game at best. I do think the Bengals go ahead and win, but I think it's only by about a field goal. I'll take those extra points of value. Cowboys plus 5.5 points at minus 110 odds at BetMGM is going to be your best bet. Go ahead and click on the banner. Let's go ahead and make some money and make it a profitable night.